There are days on the calendar that pass quietly, almost unnoticed, just like any other. And then there are days that heaven has marked long before you ever lived them. These are days when unseen gates swing wide, when angels descend with sealed instructions, and when your destiny shifts with one decision. Today, September 1st, is one of those days. It is not ordinary, it is not random, and it is certainly not accidental. This date has been written in the archives of heaven, reserved for you, carrying a message that cannot be delayed any longer. Archangel Michael himself has been sent to break through the noise of your life, to speak into this very moment. He does not come lightly, nor does he appear without urgency. When Michael speaks, it is because heaven's courts have already reached a verdict, and what has been decided must be delivered. And today, he comes to tell you that your pending miracle has been approved. Think of that for a moment. For months, perhaps even years, prayers have been rising from your lips, petitions from your heart, and whispers from your soul. You may have felt unheard at times. You may have wondered if the heavens were silent, if your case had been forgotten. But now comes the announcement: it was never forgotten. It was never dismissed. Instead, it was carefully preserved, reviewed, and now finalized. Today, on the 1st of September, the seal has been broken and the miracle you were waiting for has been authorized. But there is something different about this message. It is not only about the miracle itself, but about the urgency of your response. Archangel Michael is not just saying, "It is coming." He is declaring, "You must open this word and claim it today, before night falls." Why? Because timing matters in the spirit realm. There are windows of opportunity, short, holy intervals, when what is written in heaven must be grasped on earth. If ignored, if neglected, if dismissed, the window can close, leaving blessings delayed or diverted. That is why this date is so significant. September 1st is not only the start of a new month, it is a prophetic marker. It is a threshold between what was pending and what is approved, between waiting and receiving. Today, the very first day of this month, God is pressing the reset button in your life. It is the day to leave behind the weight of unfulfilled prayers and step into the announcement of answered ones. Archangel Michael says, "Child of heaven, you have been chosen for this moment. Your file has been stamped, approved. The miracle that was pending is no longer in review, it has been released. But you must hear me now. Do not ignore this message. Do not scroll past it as though it were like any other. Open your heart, open your spirit, and receive it before this night closes. Feel the weight of this moment. This is not coincidence. It is not accident. The very fact that you are hearing this message on this date is proof enough. Heaven aligned this word with your life. A divine appointment has been scheduled with you, and right now, you are keeping it. September 1st has been circled in the divine calendar as the day when the miracle finally shifts from pending to present. It is here, it is yours, and it is waiting for you to claim it. To understand the magnitude of what is happening today, you first need to understand what it means when heaven speaks of a pending miracle. In earthly terms, the word pending is often used for something that is waiting for final confirmation, an application submitted, a request being processed, a decision under review. You know it's on the table, but you also know it hasn't yet been delivered. Spiritually, the same is true. Every prayer you have spoken, every cry of your heart, every hidden sacrifice you've made has been recorded. Nothing escapes the gaze of heaven. The words you whispered late at night, the tears you shed when no one saw, the moments you almost gave up, those became the petitions that stood before God's throne. For some time, your miracle has been in this pending place. Not denied. Not forgotten. Simply being weighed, tested, and prepared for the right time. This is the nature of a pending miracle. It exists in a space where heaven has already acknowledged it, but the earth has not yet manifested it. It is real, but it is not yet visible. It is certain, but it is not yet tangible. Think of it like a sealed envelope sitting on a desk with your name written across it. It is yours, but you have not opened it yet. So why was it pending? Because miracles are not random giveaways. They are divine alignments. A miracle waits until the soil of your life is ready to receive the seed. Sometimes, Delays are not denials, they are preparations. The people you need to meet, the lessons you need to learn, the strength you need to build, these all become part of the conditions that make a miracle last when it arrives. And now, after this period of preparation, the word has come, your pending miracle has been approved. That approval is no small announcement. It means that the deliberations are over. The season of review has ended. The signature of heaven has been stamped. Just as an earthly judge brings down the gavel with final authority, heaven has declared your case settled in your favor. Approval means permission. It means release. It means that what was once locked behind unseen barriers has been granted the freedom to flow into your life. The resources that were tied up are being loosed. The opportunities that were delayed are now being ushered in. The health that was wavering is now being strengthened. The doors that seemed permanently closed are swinging open. Approval is the final step before manifestation. But here is what makes this announcement even more profound. Heaven is not casual with its timing. If Archangel Michael is delivering this message today, it means that September 1st is the ordained moment for your life. Approval came because heaven's clock struck the appointed hour. The time is now. Not yesterday, not next year, today. Think of how divine timing works in the stories of old. The Israelites wandered until the day God said, "Now is the time to cross." The barren womb remained closed until the precise moment God said, "Now you will conceive." Even Jesus waited until the appointed time to begin his public ministry. Miracles follow the rhythm of heaven's clock, and today, that rhythm has aligned with you. Your miracle has been approved because you have endured, because you have not quit, because, even in your weakness, you have not abandoned the faith that kept your petitions alive. Heaven saw your persistence. Heaven saw your hidden sacrifices. Heaven saw the moments you stood when you felt like falling. And now, the review has ended. The file with your name on it has been stamped with the seal of approval. What does this mean for you in practical terms? It means that answers are about to surface where there was only silence. It means that clarity is about to come where there was confusion. It means that breakthroughs are about to manifest where there were only blockages. The invisible has shifted into the visible. But you must also understand the responsibility of this approval. A pending miracle does not simply drop into your life without your agreement. Heaven requires your yes. That is why Michael's message is so urgent. Open this before tonight. If you align your heart, if you acknowledge and receive what has been released, it will manifest quickly. If you delay, if you dismiss it, if you allow doubt to take root, you risk allowing the moment to pass. The nature of a pending miracle is that it has always been yours, it was simply waiting for its time. And today, September 1st, that time has come. The reason it has been approved now is because heaven has decided that you are ready, the conditions are aligned, and the enemy has no further right to delay it. The verdict has been declared, the waiting is over. So hear these words and let them settle deeply within you. Your pending miracle is no longer pending. It is approved. It is released. It is here. When heaven desires to get your attention, it does not always do so with thunder or lightning. Often, it sends subtle yet unmistakable signs, clues that nudge you, whispers that interrupt your routine, sensations that stir in your heart until you know, this is not ordinary, this is divine. Archangel Michael, the warrior and messenger of heaven, rarely arrives without leaving clear evidence of his presence. If today he is saying, I must talk to you now, then you can be sure that signs have already been surrounding you, preparing you to receive this very moment. 1. The repetition of today's date. One of the first signs is the emphasis on timing. Have you noticed how September 1st keeps catching your eye? Perhaps you woke up today and felt something different about the air, as though it carried expectation. Maybe you glanced at your phone and saw the date highlighted in a way that seemed unusual. This is not coincidence. When a date is repeatedly placed before you, it is heaven's way of pointing out that this day has been marked on the calendar of eternity. Michael wants you to know that heaven does not choose days at random. The fact that you are reading this on September 1st is confirmation enough. 2. Sudden interruptions in your routine. Another sign is disruption. Perhaps today things have not gone as planned. You may have been slowed down, delayed, or unexpectedly redirected. These interruptions are not meant to frustrate you, but to position you. Michael often rearranges circumstances so that you will have the time and focus to hear his voice. If something today caused you to pause, to reflect, or even to stumble upon this very message, that was no accident. It was orchestration. 3. A stirring in your spirit. You know that inner pull you cannot explain. That restlessness, that sense that something important is happening just beneath the surface of your awareness? That is the stirring of the spirit. Michael is a commander, and when he approaches, your spirit feels the vibration of his authority. You may sense urgency, an inner voice that keeps telling you, pay attention. Don't miss this. That inner stirring is not anxiety. It is heaven knocking on the door of your soul. 4. Dreams, visions, and flashes of light. Michael is often associated with visions of light. If you have recently had dreams filled with brightness, with swords, with battles, or with angelic figures, these are not random imaginations. They are glimpses into the reality of Michael's presence. Even brief flashes of light in your peripheral vision, or sudden sensations of warmth and radiance, can be signs that he is near. Do not dismiss them. 5. The urgent call to listen. When Michael speaks, he rarely whispers in vague terms. His words are clear, direct, and urgent. Perhaps you've been hearing inward impressions like, don't wait any longer, or this is your time. These thoughts may come suddenly, interrupting your day, and they feel weightier than normal. That is because they are not merely thoughts, they are communications. Heaven often speaks to you in the language of your own mind so that you can recognize and receive. 6. Confirmation through people and circumstances. Michael often uses people as vessels to confirm his message. Maybe someone spoke words that felt like they were meant just for you. Perhaps you heard a stranger say something that echoed exactly what you had been praying about. Or maybe a piece of writing, a song, or even this very message crossed your path at the perfect moment. When such alignment happens, know this: it is Michael weaving threads of confirmation into your day. 7. The sudden weight of urgency. Have you felt like time is running out? Like something must be decided quickly, and you cannot afford to delay? That is another sign. Heaven rarely presses with urgency unless something is truly critical. Michael is the angel who stands at the front lines, sounding alarms when danger is near or when opportunity must not be missed. If you have been carrying an unexplained urgency, it is because he is pressing you not to ignore what is unfolding. 8. Peace that follows the message. Though his voice carries urgency, Michael also carries peace. You may feel unsettled until you recognize and accept his presence, but once you do, a calm assurance follows. It's as though a burden lifts, as though you finally know you are being protected and guided. This peace is not man-made, it is the signature of heaven. The truth is, these signs may not have just started today. Michael has likely been trying to get your attention for some time. Maybe you felt the nudges weeks ago but brushed them off. Maybe he tried to reach you through a dream you forgot upon waking. Maybe circumstances were arranged for you to pause and reflect, but you hurried past them. Today, however, is different. Today is the deadline. Today the urgency is greater. That is why you cannot ignore this moment. The signs have been there, the nudges have been sent, and now the message is being made unmistakable. Michael wants to talk to you today, right now, because your pending miracle has been approved. One sign alone can be dismissed. But when multiple signs converge, when you see the date repeatedly, feel the stirring in your spirit, experience interruptions, sense urgency, and receive outside confirmation, that is how heaven validates its message. Michael does not want you to doubt, he wants you to be sure. So take stock of your own experience. Look back on what has happened around you in the past few days and today specifically. Can you see the pattern? Can you feel the consistency? These are not coincidences. They are divine confirmations. In summary, the signs of Michael's presence are already around you. The repeated emphasis on today, the sudden interruptions in your life, the stirring of your spirit, the visions or dreams of light, the confirmations through others, and the urgency pressing in on you now. If you've seen or felt any of these, it is because Michael has been trying to reach you, preparing you for this moment. And now that you are reading these words, his voice is clearer than ever. Listen, for heaven has approved your miracle, and it must not be delayed. If Archangel Michael has been trying to reach you, then why has it been so hard to hear him clearly until now? The truth is, heaven's voice is not always blocked from above, it is often blocked here on earth, within and around us. There are obstacles that muffle the divine call, distractions that drown out the heavenly sound, and fears that blind us to the truth. Let us uncover these obstacles so you can finally move past them. 1. The noise of daily life. Life is full of noise, constant busyness, endless responsibilities, endless scrolling through messages, social media, and worldly concerns. When your mind is consumed with what the world demands, it becomes difficult to discern what heaven whispers. Michael's voice is not absent, it is simply being drowned out. Until you pause, silence the noise, and make space, his words cannot break through clearly. 2. Doubt and disbelief. Another obstacle is doubt. Perhaps you've asked yourself, could this really be true? Could heaven actually be speaking to me? That skepticism creates a wall. Heaven speaks through faith, not cynicism. Doubt doesn't stop Michael from speaking, but it prevents you from recognizing the voice when it arrives. 3. Fear of being deceived. Some resist the message because they are afraid of being misled, afraid of opening their heart to disappointment. This fear disguises itself as caution, but in truth, it becomes paralysis. Michael's urgency can sound overwhelming, and instead of listening, you may have pulled back, hesitating to fully trust. 4. The influence of others. Sometimes, voices around you, family, friends, or even strangers, can discourage you from believing in spiritual realities. They may tell you it's nonsense, that it's all imagination. If you've listened to them more than to your own inner knowing, then you've allowed their skepticism to dim your connection with Michael. 5. Unresolved wounds and disappointments. Past pain can also silence your ability to hear. If you've experienced disappointment in life, unanswered prayers, broken promises, you may have unconsciously closed your heart. But Michael does not come to repeat pain, he comes to release healing and breakthrough. In short, the obstacles are not stronger than Michael's message, they only delay your ability to recognize it. Once you name them, noise, doubt, fear, outside influence, and past wounds, you weaken their power. And in this very moment, as you read, those walls are already beginning to fall, making way for the urgent miracle heaven has prepared for you. When Archangel Michael speaks, the greatest mistake one can make is to treat his words as optional or casual. He is not a messenger of small things, he is a warrior of heaven, a commander who carries only what is essential for your survival, breakthrough, and destiny. If he has come to you today, it means there is no more time to delay. The miracle has already been approved, your role now is to respond. 1. Pause and acknowledge the voice. The very first step is to stop what you are doing and acknowledge that you are being addressed. Michael's call is not background noise, it is the voice that parts the veil. Whisper aloud if you can, Michael, I hear you. I am listening. Speaking it out opens your spirit to align with heaven's frequency. 2. Silence competing distractions. Create sacred space, even for 2 minutes. Put away your phone, step away from noise, and simply be still. Michael's words are urgent, but they are also precise. Distractions blur the message. Silence clears the atmosphere so you can fully receive what is being handed to you. 3. Respond in faith, not fear. Michael's urgency may stir alarm, but understand this, he is not here to frighten you, he is here to secure you. The correct response is faith. Say to yourself, this message is for me. I accept it. Faith is the key that turns pending miracles into manifested reality. 4. Take immediate action. Do not wait until tomorrow. Do not push it aside until later. If Michael says, now, it means now. Whether that action is to pray, to declare, or to make a simple shift in your mindset, obey quickly. The swiftness of your response aligns with the urgency of heaven's release. 5. Guard the word. Michael has also warned, do not share this with just anyone. Protect what has been entrusted to you. Not everyone will understand, and careless sharing may invite doubt or interference. Treasure it privately in your heart until heaven shows you when to reveal it. In short, responding to Michael's urgent call requires immediate faith, sacred focus, and guarded obedience. If you do this today, before this night closes, you will step into the very breakthrough heaven has approved for you. This is the moment that cannot be ignored. Heaven has not chosen this date by accident. Today, the 1st of September, has been circled in the calendar of eternity because it carries a weight unlike other days. Your pending miracle has already been signed, sealed, and approved. What is missing is not heaven's willingness, it is your readiness to receive. Archangel Michael has bent low into your life with urgency because time is short. This is not a message to think about later. Later does not exist in heaven's language when an appointed time has already arrived. The window is now, and the moment is fragile. If you dismiss it, the opportunity could pass into delay or even be handed to another. Michael does not speak words of warning for drama, he speaks because the matter is critical. You may feel the tension even as you read, a quickened heartbeat, a stirring in your chest, a knowing that this is for you. That inner recognition is your spirit saying yes to the truth. Do not silence it. Do not suppress it. This is not the hour to let skepticism, fear, or distraction steal what heaven has placed in your hands. Instead, here is the call, rise up in faith. Whisper a simple yes to Michael. Open your heart as though a door has just been knocked upon. Stand in readiness as if a package has just been delivered to your doorstep. Do not leave it unopened. Inside it lies the miracle you have been waiting for, the breakthrough you have prayed for, the provision you could not manufacture by yourself. Michael's warning is also his reassurance. He is saying, child, do not miss this. Heaven has gone before you. The battle has already been won. The miracle has been stamped with your name. Now is the time to claim it. Your response today shapes tomorrow. If you act, you align yourself with heaven's release, and nothing will be able to prevent the good news from manifesting. If you hesitate, you risk letting the divine window close. This is why Michael has come with such force, such immediacy, because he does not want you to lose what has already been given. So here is the final call to action. Say yes now. Out loud, even if only a whisper, declare that you accept the miracle. Protect this moment. Guard it from distractions and doubts. Prepare to receive. Expect great news, for it is already on its way. The urgency is real, but so is the promise. Heaven has not forgotten you. Archangel Michael has not come by chance. This is the divine hour. Do not delay. Do not ignore. Step forward and claim what is yours before this day comes to an end. This is your warning, and your blessing. The decision rests with you now.